Hey guys, Brandon here from Exotic Diecast, bringing you guys another review. This time on the 1/18 scale BBR Ferrari F12 TDF. And I finally kind of started asking myself why I'm doing these reviews in the first place. And many times it's to show some close-ups of these cars, kind of get some pretty close-ups for you guys to decide for yourselves if you want to get that specific car. That's kind of the point of the reviews. I unbox them, then I review them. And review them on video and kind of get these really nice close-up shots to to just help you guys decide if you want to buy the car. But recently with these kind of upper scale limited edition cars, that kind of changed, where I think you guys just like watching these reviews just to see these pretty close-up shots. And anyway, I'm happy to provide those videos for you guys. The reason I say that with this specific car is because they only made 20 of them, and the way I got it is kind of a story on its own. I don't think I was supposed to even see this car in the first place. I was just kind of out there, not really too serious, and I put in Google Images, white F12 TDF 1/18 scale, and on like the third page or whatever, I saw a picture of this, and I clicked the link, and it brought me to the BBR website. And I started asking people if I could buy one. They said they're all sold out. Then someone dropped the order and they asked if I wanted it, and as you can see, I definitely got it. So this was kind of something that I wasn't even supposed to see. I think it was kind of reserved for like their I don't know, higher end clients or BBR or whatever. They kind of got the first right of refusal. But because they knew I wanted it, they asked me very nicely. So thanks a ton to BBR for even selling me one of these, as crazy as that sounds. So with that out of the way, yeah, this was purchased off the BBR website. All said and done with taxes, or not taxes, but shipping and all the expenses out of the way, I paid about $425 US. And that actually isn't too bad. I have a BBR 1/18 scale FXXK. And I remember paying, I think it was like $450 or close to $500 for that thing. The reason, this is just my thought, the reason I think this was $425 or so was maybe because like the euro fell because of what's been going on with the EU lately. I'm not really too sure. I think that's why I was able to get it for this certain price. But along with everything I said, this isn't a review for you guys to decide if you want to buy one. I'm sure the quality of this is the same as like their other TDFs in Triple Yellow or Rosa Corsa or whatever. But this specific one is just kind of meant to give you guys these nice pretty close-ups. So I showed the unboxing video already. But yeah, so this video is kind of just going to be dedicated to everything else. So just looking at this car from the front, I mean, and I will say this, no pictures or video I do will give this car justice. This white paint, it has this flake in it that is just so hard to come through on camera. It looks like a normal white in the shade, then you get a little bit of sun on it or any kind of light, and it just gives off this flake, that's unreal. But the overall front, it has like the mesh in here, the little Cavallino horse there. All these little slits for aero, like on the real car, were replicated very, very nicely here. The emblem on the front and the shields on the side are actually kind of in the car. They're not just stickers, they're actually put in there. Don't really know how to word that, but it's kind of indented in the car, so it looks incredibly realistic. The headlights also look phenomenal. They're carbon fiber inside with the little like bulbs and LED strips that just look fantastic. This is almost my favorite spec ever on the F12 TDF. If I were to make my own F12 TDF, from the exterior, this is it. The only difference I would do is instead of the tan interior, black with yellow stitching and yellow piping, but this is not that far off. So I just love the look of this thing, the white, the gray and black stripes with the black wheels and the yellow calipers. But anyway, continuing with the front here, all these little the tunnel aero bridges on both sides. Just the overall design on the real car is beautiful and replicated great on this as well. Looking on the side here, BBR gives you this really, really nice case here and like this leather bottom that says F12 TDF here. And we're going to go ahead and remove this in just a second, and I'll show you guys how to do that. But yeah, it just says BBR models right here, F12 TDF, and then a very nice looking just a Ferrari prancing horse there, the logo. And then the little plaque back here that says 05, so number 5 of 20 cars made. So that's kind of cool. The carbon fiber replicated on the side mirrors is just great. This little aero bridge here that's different from the F12 TDF to the Berlinetta just great replication on there. The wheels are incredibly sharp and look really, really good in gloss black, if I add. The brake disc, very, very nice and reflective, and the yellow calipers look great as well. Just the nuts and bolts in there and the Ferrari emblem in the wheel, fantastic. And it just seems like this is one of the model cars that is 1/18 scale, but if you were to blow it up to full size, you wouldn't like see any bad detail. With like some Maze Stows, they look good as 1/18 scales, but if you were to blow them up, they would look like toys. This, I just feel like you could blow this up to 1-to-1 size, and it would just look real because it's just too sharp not to. On the real car, I didn't know if I liked these little 3 air slits here, the air vents, at first. But after seeing the car in real life, I saw it in triple yellow and red. I think it was Rosa Corsa or Rosa Scuderia, I forgot what color they call it. But it was like the darker red, and these 3 slits on the real car, when I saw it in person, I actually loved it instantly. When I first saw the pictures, I didn't. But so once I saw the car in person, and I love those 3 slits. Now seeing the model car, I obviously still love them. I think that's a really, really cool design piece and functional for proper aeroflow. So yeah, and then also this like side skirt right here, just incredibly good detail. I'll try to get some close-ups of that, but carbon fiber, the way it's shaped to be aerodynamic on the real car, replicated fantastic on here. Look at the back here. This is where you would see the badge here that says limited edition 05 of 20. Really like that. Kind of reminds you of just how cool this car is, but even if they made 1 million of these things, I would love it and probably pay just as much, just because I didn't buy this because they only made 20. I bought this because it's actually, in my opinion, one of the prettiest model cars there is to date, and there are some pretty good ones out there, so I really, really like this one. So yeah, just kind of sticking on the topic of this base though, red stitching along the black leather just looks amazing. Okay, so the detail on the back and just the overall design. On the real car, I didn't know if I liked the back end so much when I first saw it on the renderings and pictures. Saw it in real life, obviously, and then loved it. Just absolutely loved it. So now I see the model car and I love it. So huge quad exhaust, dual exhaust on each side, 4 exhaust pipes, surrounded by the carbon fiber with these reflectors that just look unbelievably realistic. I hope the video can do this even a little bit of justice because it deserves it. It's just gorgeous. And then this black, or it looks black at first, but it's this carbon fiber kind of barb connecting the headlights. Very, very good looking. I didn't like that so much on the real car until I saw it, obviously. So it's replicated great here as well. The Ferrari emblem right over the Cavallino. Very, very nice. It looks like it's made from real metal. It's very nice and reflective. Also kind of these F1 style lights right here, and overall the diffuser is just gorgeous, just beautiful, and replicated great as well. So anyway, that's pretty much a quick walk around of it. We'll go ahead and try to take this off. Now this is a very, very tight fit, this acrylic case to the model. As you can see, I could lift it and it doesn't budge. So what you have to do, same thing with the 430 Scuderia from LookSmart, is kind of get like a business card or something, and you can just kind of wedge it under here until you finally get a little bit of leeway right there, and then you kind of pop it up, and you do that to all 4 corners. We got a little bit there. Alright, so once you loosened it up enough, you just pop it off. And this is only the second time I've taken the case off, and immediately you just smell this very, very powerful glue, which is funny because it's such a tight fit, so not a whole lot of air circulating there to prevent dust. But right when you pop that off, it's a very strong, potent smell from all the glue they use. So that's kind of interesting. It's not really new car smell, it's just new model car smell. Just smells like glue and the adhesive, or whatever they use. But anyway, now that it's out here, let's try to zoom in a little bit here. Yeah, and again, my biggest stress with this is just trying to get the detail to come through on the camera. But overall, speaking for the real car and this model car, just how good does that look? The white, the black and gray stripes, the black wheels, the yellow calipers. This thing is just gorgeous from every angle. My favorite angle being the side profile, as long as you can see kind of the stripes. Absolutely love it. So this gives us a little bit better opportunity to check out the interior. Like I said, on the real car, I would prefer the black seats with yellow stitching. But on this one it comes with tan, and I'm okay with that on this model car because the tan on a model car kind of shows better, pops out a little bit more so you can see it. But Yeah, overall tan leather, or kind of like dark brown, almost tan leather, with black stitching and the black Cavallino headrest, very, very nicely detailed. The air conditioning, you kind of see these 3 ducts right here, and they are surrounded by carbon fiber, much like the Scuderia, if you saw that review. But all of this kind of like leather here, this is kind of like a flexible glass right here. But anyway, you kind of see like this fake leather here that looks stitched. It just looks so realistic. Little carbon fiber on top of the steering wheel. Just so much. I hope I could get enough lighting in there to give you guys an idea of how the interior looks. And you kind of see the same brown, tannish interior throughout the trunk as well, all that leather. One thing I didn't really mention, I mentioned that the front and the side shields are kind of like you know, embedded in there, but they feel really, really nice and three-dimensional. Also, this little arrow piece right here, very, very nice on the real car as well, and they replicated it fantastic. And then the very bulky, good-looking gas cap here as well. I think that's kind of a nice touch. Pretty much, guys, I just hope I could give this car justice with all the close-ups that I'm going to throw in throughout the video. But I just absolutely love this car. It's one that I'm going to keep for a very long time. Don't ever see myself giving it up or selling it. Even if it's worth $1,000 tomorrow, I probably would still keep it. I just love it. I didn't expect to like it this much, both the real car and this model car. But especially after receiving this one, yeah, I really, really like this car. And I hope to keep it for as long as possible. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, enjoyed all the pretty shots of this car, because it's not too hard to find a good angle on it. I just think it's so good looking. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. Plenty of other videos to come. I'll probably do some more collection update videos because it's been a while and I got some more things. And probably have some more things on the way even after this. So stay tuned for that. So thank you guys for watching and have a great day.